Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, Kimball community. Now, the cheaters know what this means. Yeah! All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the ribbon cutting ceremony for this state-of-the-art Kimball Elementary School facility. Before we begin, I think it's extremely important to recognize and thank Mayor Bowser for taking the time out of her busy schedule to come share this moment with our community. I am also extremely grateful to welcome our new leader and all-around good brother, Chancellor Lewis Farabee. Just in case he won another freestyle battle with Team Kimball, this past Saturday, I just had to let him know, we were able to honor the, I'm sorry, I skipped a line. Just want to let him know that we did grow double-digit gains in English this year, brother. So I think the fifth grade might have something for you. But no, on a more serious note, and I really do want to make sure that I get myself together while I read this. This past Saturday, we were able to honor the incredible Miss Daisy Walters Young by naming our new courtyard after her. Grandma Daisy is a true definition of a public servant who has commandeered over 5 generations of children, families, and community members right here on this corner. That very same corner where some of the first children in this great nation were able to, hold on, let me make sure I can read this thing. Now your principal can't now read, or that's a major problem, right? Okay, hold on. All right, so on a more serious note, this past Saturday, we were able to honor the incredible Miss Daisy Walters Young by naming our new courtyard after her. Grandma Daisy is a true definition of a public servant who has commandeered over 5 generations of children, families, and community members right here on this corner. Grandma Daisy, in all her 93 years of youthful wisdom, she still has found a way to advocate, serve, and give back to this community. And for that, we all should be very thankful. Give her another round of applause for Grandma Daisy. So we had saved the chair for Grandma Daisy to be here. I know some of the family made it. She unfortunately was not. Oh, there we go. We're right here. Okay, so unfortunately she wasn't able to make it today, but if you were here on Saturday, some of the most beautiful pictures, some of the most memorial pictures I've seen and really meant a lot to me were taken. So please, please, please tune in to whoever your local Kimball social media accounts are and make sure you see how beautiful that young lady is and how amazing the work she did for our community was. See, this very same corner was where some of the first children in this great nation were able to go to school with children of other ethnicities for the first time. Some 60 years later, we can proudly say that despite that daunting 88% at-risk number, we've seen 5 consecutive years of growth on Park in both ELA and math. Thanks to the support, that's a truth. Thanks to the support of DCPS and our mayor's team, we were able to continue our progress while away. In 2017, we became the first school in the district recognized by the Office of the State Superintendent for a comprehensive STEM program. We defended the citywide Math and Physics DC STEM Fair title for 2 consecutive years with African American boys. We increased student satisfaction up to 96% and even brought home the citywide basketball championship for good measure. So it's so important that we acknowledge the power, the brilliance, and the bravery of the beautiful black and brown people that have made a way for our babies over these years. They say that generational wealth is the key. I look forward to inviting some of those special community members who have been here, some longer than I've even been alive, to cut the ribbon on this incredible new facility. They also say that the child shall lead. And so it is my absolute honor to introduce 2 of our top 5th grade scholars, Ms. Shajanae Jenkins and Ms. Jamira Anthony. Thank you. Thank you, Team Kimball. Thank you, DCPS. And thank you, of course, Mayor Bowser. Jamira, Shajanae, do your thing. So proud of y'all.
Thank you. 3, 2, 1. We would like to introduce Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Thank you.
Mayor Bowser is a lot like me. As a young black girl growing up in D.C., I am one of 6 children. All of my siblings have attended Kimball Elementary School. I hope that one day my children will too. Mayor Bowser always received above average grades in her classes. So that means that she could receive scholarships just like I am. After grade school, she earned her bachelor's and master's degree. Just like I I will after I attend North Carolina A&T.
After working in the D.C. politics for several years, Mayor Bowser was sworn in on January 2nd, 2015, and was then re-elected, making her the first woman re-elected as mayor in Washington, D.C. She was also the first mayor to be re-elected in the last 16 years. Here at Kimball, we believe that students must be the bridge between the united community and the world. We would also like to thank Mayor Bowser for this beautiful STEM school that will help us achieve our vision. Thanks
You have been an example of the political black girl magic. Without further ado, behalf of Kimball,
We would like to present
our role model, Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Aren't you the sweeties? Thank you, sweetie. Oh, that was awesome. Let's hear it for London and Jamira. Give them a big round of applause. Charjanae, I'm sorry. And let me also tell the girls that just like I've been a role model to you and all of the adults in your school that you look up to every day, you are a role model to the young students, pre-K 3, K 1, 2, 3, and 4, who are looking up to you to make sure that they're going to school every day and listening to their teachers and doing their homework and loving learning and being all that they can be. And that is what we want for all of our fifth graders and all of our elementary school students here at Kimball. Give them a big round of applause. Thank you, girls. I also want to thank your principal, Principal Lee, and for recruiting a wonderful staff of teachers and support staff and everyone here who is going to make this a loving, warm, and challenging environment for the Kimball students. Give them a big round of applause. I'm joined by two incredible members of my cabinet who you are going to hear from shortly, our Chancellor of Schools and our Director of our Construction Department, the Department of General Services. And I'm also going to call on your council member to talk about the importance of this school and our at-large council member, Councilmember David Grasso, who leads our Public Education Committee on the council. So give them all a big round of applause in advance. I hope that you have all had a wonderful first day of school. We are celebrating tens of thousands of young people going back to school today. And at Kimball, we are celebrating you are going back to a beautiful, renovated school. Let's hear it for Kimball. I have acknowledged that over the last 10 years, we have literally spent billions of dollars refurbishing our schools. And many of the school communities that are going into new buildings today have waited patiently. And we want to thank you for waiting patiently and for being at the table to make sure that this modernization reflects everything that you want for your students. And while we are so just thrilled about this building, and Director Anderson is going to tell you even more about it, we're even more excited about the adults and what's going to happen in these buildings working with parents and children. Last week, we announced our most recent achievement scores, and we've been using a new test for the last 4 years. And we have seen improvements in reading and math, as you've heard your principal say, all across the District of Columbia. And that is very much something to celebrate. And we know that in communities just like this one, how important it is that the school serves many functions, academic functions, but also serves as a center and a hub for the community. So we're inviting the community to be with us today, but throughout the school year as well, working with the principal about all of your needs here. There have been, as you have already heard from our student, many generations of Kimball graduates that have gone on to do great things in our city and in the world. And so as we welcome you to take a look at our new school, you'll find the new courtyard with spaces for learning and gardening, a state-of-the-art media center and makerspace, a new cafeteria, gym, and library, and 2 rooftop terraces for outdoor learning, and whatever. Let's just call this a challenging climbing experience for our young people. And I'm sure we all know that this world-class facility did not come to fruition by chance. So I want to thank all the members of the council, all of the advisory neighborhood commissions, the SIT teams and local community school teams that really put pen to paper and their shoulder to the wheel to make sure that we could be here today. So with that, I want to welcome the members of the council who have had so much to do with this. Let me first start by Councilmember Vincent Gray, followed by at-large Councilmember David Grasso. Councilmember Gray.
Thank you very much, Mayor Bowser. I'm delighted to be here. I think I've ridden past Kimball every day as we were working to get to this day. And what a wonderful day this is to be able to celebrate the beginning of the school year for 19 and 20, but maybe more importantly than that, celebrating the fact that we have a brand new Kimball School. How about a big hand for Kimball School? I'm delighted to be here with Principal Lee also, who really is a dynamic guy. He does such a great job. We were here, last week, I think it was, Principal Lee, and you took us through the entire building, and I was delighted to be able to see, what has been accomplished with people working together to do the best job we possibly can for our young people who are going to be educated in this school. I think a lot of us know the history of Kimball already. I think it goes back to 1941 when it was first built. I didn't know a lot about Kimball. I really don't know a lot about Kimball, but I guess he was a good guy. I was told he was a teacher, right?
He was a doctor.
He was a doctor, okay. Well, that's a good thing. Hopefully he'll be a role model.
STEM.
Yeah, yeah, STEM, that's right. Science, technology, engineering, and math, right? And that's going to be the concentration of this school, and we're excited about that as well. $55 million has been invested in what is now the new Kimball School, and that's going to be a great outcome for our children. I had a chance to go through the new library the other day, and what an exciting place that is as well. And also, we had a chance to talk about something that is really near and dear to me, and that is early childhood education. We know there are going to be a number of our very youngest children, 3 and 4 year olds, who will be attending the school. And the principal was just telling me that they've added another class for this year, which means that parents are bringing their very youngest children out to be a part of education. And that is a wonderful thing. That the earliest possible moment that we can get these children, the better the outcomes they're going to have. So I will look forward to being as much a part of the Kimball community and all the meetings and activities that we're going to have here as I possibly can. So for all of you who are here today, thank you very much for being a part of this. Thank you so much for the work you did if you were in the SIT team to be able to make this happen. I want to thank my colleague, David Grasso, who chairs the Committee on Education. David, I want to thank you for the work that you do every day on behalf of our children, our families, and our parents. I know this is a labor of love for you, and I can see the results every day of what you're doing. So all those who were responsible for our park scores announced last week, I congratulate you. Congratulations to you, Mayor Bowser, to the teachers, to the principals across our city who have engaged in helping to make this happen. And isn't that what we're going to do? Every year we want to celebrate the continuing increase in the outcomes for our children so that they will be able to take advantage of the STEM education here and become the future leaders in the District of Columbia. Thank you all very much.
And Councilmember Grasso.
Thank you, Mayor Bowser. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Mayor Bowser. Principal Lee, thank you so much for throwing this amazing party. I came out today just to be with you to celebrate the opening of Kimball's new school. This has been a long road, so the other thing I want to do was say thank you for your patience. I know the students, the parents, the teachers, everybody in the building and around the building has had to be very patient. The transfer over to Davis, coming back, trying to make all that work. So you guys have shown a real resilience, and this is your reward, is that now this STEM program can really thrive here at Kimball in this brand new space. So congratulations on the first day of school, and keep up the great work in all of your academic endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember. And now I would like to introduce our final speakers. The next, Chancellor Farabee has been very, very focused since February when he joined us in DC Public Schools in making sure that we're preparing our kids, starting from our smallest learners all the way to our early college graduates, to be ready for college and career. We are working hand in hand with the members of the council to make sure that the very robust investments that we make in public education benefits these kids academically, socially, and emotionally, so that they're going to be great students and great citizens. Chancellor Farabee.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, Kimball School community. It is a pleasure to be with you today. I have to tell you, when I first started, we started with Farabee Fridays throughout the community. And we had a Farabee Friday in Ward 7, and the Kimball School community took it over. Literally took it over. And they demanded that I come and visit the school. And so I immediately scheduled a visit to the school and was truly blown away as soon as I walked into the door. When you've been in this business for over 20 years like myself, and you walk into a school building, you can immediately know it's a great place to learn when you feel it in the atmosphere and environment. And I sincerely say this to the entire school community and Principal Lee. I am so proud of your accomplishment and your service and the progress that's being made here. I don't know if you heard it earlier, but it was said 11.7 percentage point increase in English language arts, 4.5 percentage increase in math and a PARCC assessment. And this is consistent progress year in and year out. And so again, thank you to the entire school community. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your preparation and an outstanding start to the 2019-20 school year. We would not be standing here today if we did not have the leadership of our mayor. Our mayor has invested over $1.6 billion in our facilities. We're really fortunate today that we opened 5 modernized facilities that represents excellence in learning space. And please join me in recognizing the leadership of Mayor Bowser, please. Thank you, Mayor Bowser. You heard from 2 of our council members today who also push us in ensuring that our students have access to the finest quality in our facilities. So again, thank you, Councilmember Gray, and also Councilmember Grasso, for your leadership as well in helping us get to this special moment for the Kimball School community. You should know that there are individuals on our facilities and operations team that lead this effort in partnership with the Department of General Services. I want to recognize Patrick Davis on our team and also Tanya Shan that are part of our operations facility team. Thank you so much for your leadership. They think about every aspect of the learning space. And so when I visited 2 weeks ago, I said, Chancellor Farabee, look at the way that we've incorporated the lighting and the green space. We want you to see how students have influenced the art here in the building. And again, they just thought through every aspect of how students should learn, and we greatly appreciate that. We could not do this without our partnership with the Department of General Services. And later you have an opportunity to hear from the director, Keith Anderson. But before I turn it over to him, again, I just want to let you know that we are extremely proud of the progress not only here, but across the District of Columbia Public Schools. We're in our 4th consecutive year of outstanding progress in student achievement. We continue to have great partnerships with school community. In the building, you'll notice that we have a full kitchen to support programs like food prints. This continues to be a mecca for STEM education, and really thrilled that we have outstanding school leadership and a great staff to move us forward. Without further ado, please help me and welcome me to the podium, Director Keith Anderson.
Thank you, Chancellor Farabee, and good afternoon, Cheetahs. Good afternoon. It is certainly a pleasure to be here today as we celebrate the opening of this brand new, state-of-the-art, modern education facility. Please give the team a round of applause for all the hard work they've done here. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Bowser, Councilmember Gray, and Grosso for their leadership in making today possible. Without them, this could not have happened. At DGS, we build, maintain, and sustain the District of Columbia's real estate portfolio. This year, DGS will be turning over 10 modernized district public schools, and Kimball Elementary is a perfect example of the work we're doing to support education. Thank you. Thank you. This school is among the 840 district buildings managed by DGS, and our team is proud to deliver this one for the fresh start the Kimball Cheetahs deserve in order to succeed. That's right. That's right. They got another championship to win too, right? And we might get an America's Next Ninja with this thing. The Kimball project has been designed and constructed to meet LEED Gold certification. In addition to the new education operation amenities, your new school has beautiful original artwork throughout the building through the DGS Percent for Art program. Be sure to look for the murals by a Kimball graduate, Mia Duvall. How cool is that, to have graduated from Kimball and to have an opportunity to come back and contribute to permanent works of art that will be displayed for everyone, quite frankly, generations to come, to see every day that they walk in the building. It's almost time to cut the ribbon now, and I just want to take this opportunity to thank a few of the DGS project team, which includes Paul Blackman Jr. to my left, Jeff Fusick, please give him a round of applause. Michael Carter, Brian Butler, Sandy Bellamy. And before closing, I would also like to acknowledge Horde, Copland, and Mock, the company responsible for the design of this beautiful facility, and most importantly, MCN Build, who was the general contractor responsible for the construction of this state-of-the-art facility. Please give them a round of applause. And I'm most pleased to announce that more than 50% of the contractors who worked on this project were local, certified business contractors. With this project at Kimball, everyone wins. Welcome to your new school.
So let's cut the ribbon. But notice this, every day counts. You see those t-shirts, right? So that's just a reminder for all of us. We have a beautiful new building. The teachers are ready with great programs, but none of it will work if you're not sitting in the seats, boys and girls. So we want to see you at school every day. Are you with me? Every day I'm going to school. All right. 1, 2, 3.